Call me skeptical, but this doesn't look like the shining ice caverns of Savon or whatever.
It's Spartos. And you're right, this isn't there.
Hey, fine place to park the TARDIS, right on the edge of the main road. Where are we?
Looks like modern day Earth. From your perspective, anyway.
Get that, but whereabouts on Earth?
Just a second. I'll check the time now.
Should have done that first. Well?
Seems we're in Cairo, capital of Egypt. Makes sense, it's the right temperature for it.
Long way off from Spartos then. Well, might as well make the most of it while we're here. What's that?
Well, it looks and sounds alarmingly like a weak Chronon storm. Funny, I've never seen one deep purple before.
Never mind the colour, is it safe?
Mostly, unless it grows in strength, which it looks like it could be doing now.
What?
I think it's over.
What even was that?
A Chronon storm, like I said. It just came out of nowhere, though. I've never seen one like that before.
Where are we? We were just in Egypt, and now... What is all this? Have we been teleported or something? Is that what a Chronon storm does?
No, a Chronon is a quantum unit of time energy. It has no bearing over space, only time. We've likely been moved along Earth's timeline.
TARDIS came with us, at least.
Makes a change.
So this is either somewhere in Earth's past or future.
Yep.
It looks so weird. It's like an entirely different planet. It's still Cairo, right?
We're still in the same place where Cairo will be or was, just a whole lot more desert-like.
It's a little bit like Vahara, but with trees and bushes of some sort. None of it looks like it belongs on Earth.
I've seen a lot of this planet's history in both directions, and I don't ever recall seeing vegetation as weird as this. Granted, Earth has a very long history, but even so, those trees don't appear to fit into any kind of terrestrial evolutionary pattern I recognise. Unless... I wonder, Chronon storms are capable of more than just displacing things through timelines. Let's check the TARDIS.
What else can they do?
Just a second.
What are you checking?
The temporal and spatial coordinate log, and it says that we haven't actually moved.
Well, no, you said just now we've only moved in time.
But the TARDIS is saying we haven't moved in space or time.
What? What's that?
She's detecting huge amounts of time corruption. Makes her feel quite ill, poor thing. Readings only look temporary though, should die down soon. Let's check outside again.
It just occurred to me, we haven't seen any animals yet.
Oh, give it time, we've only been here a few minutes.
You know, if we can find some fauna, is it fauna that animals come under?
Yeah, animal life is fauna, plant life is flora. Sounds like you paid attention more than most in biology class.
Thanks. Well, if we do find fauna or some kind, wouldn't that be a good indication of time period? Like, if we saw mammoths, then we'd know it was the Ice Age, or in this case, maybe a saber-toothed tiger or something.
In which case, we'd know that we are in the Pleistocene epoch. I see your point. Sadly, this desert is entirely empty, save for some half-dead trees and shrub patches.
Not much to go on.
So, what do you want to do?
Me?
Oh, well, I can't make all the decisions. There's only so much you can learn by tagging along with me and observing. Go on, have a think.
Well, I see some tree chops close together over that hill. Could be a forest or the remains of one. Slightly better place to find wildlife than out here in the open.
Very good.
You already thought that, didn't you?
Well, yeah, but it's good to see that you're thinking along the same lines. Come on, time for nature spotting.
It's sweltering.
Typical. You dress for ice caves and you get a desert. I'd say it feels at least twice the temperature of Earth compared to your time.
What is it?
Crouch down. There, just over the ridge. It's the remains of a forest almost.
Like the aftermath of a forest fire. We found some animal life anyway.
Well, we have indeed. Although looking at it now, I'm not sure it's going to help us after all.
They're a little unusual. Kind of like a cross between a Komodo dragon and a crocodile. And I guess a Spinosaurus, judging by their backs.
Well, Spinosaurus had more of a sail-like spine. These look closer to quills of a porcupine or something. Still a bit of an odd mix though. Semi-bipedal too, look over there, there's one standing on hind legs.
Look out! Got a bit closer than I'd like.
Best to be careful for now. Mind you, they might not be that hostile. On second thoughts, maybe they're totally okay with biting each other's heads off.
I don't think it's a good idea to stay here.
Wait, I have an idea. Just give me a few seconds.
Where are you going?
Oh, that carcass. They're wandering away from it. You can get a quick look in before they start chowing down on it.
But Doctor...
Now, let's have a good look at you. Wow, you are a strange thing, aren't you? Certain you don't belong in Earth's past evolutionary ladder. Neither's pocket knife will come in handy for something. Oh, so thick. Oh, there. Hungry?
Seriously? I'm not eating that.
I don't expect you to. I'm going to analyse this bit of flesh in the TARDIS. There's something about these creatures that isn't quite right.
They've seen us. What was that about going back to the TARDIS?
Oh, they can probably smell the meat. Run! Run faster!
I am running. Bloody hell, that quick.
I'll save your breath.
If we have to run like that everywhere we go, then I'm booking a gym membership.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. I'm keeping this jacket off for a bit though.
Well, you got a gross looking lizard steak, what now?
The TARDIS is going to genetically analyse it. I have a theory about that chronon storm that it could settle for me.
What's it got?
Give it a little longer, it's still analysing.
They can't get in, can they?
Absolutely no chance.
I mean, these doors are only made of wood on the outside.
They're not actually wood. They're a fully chameleonic quad-bonded seven-fold lattice carbon compound material. It's a Gallifrey-made extension of a living organism that takes 1,017 years to grow. Nothing native to this universe can penetrate those doors unless I allow it.
Oh, well, if you say so. So what's this theory you have?
You seen Back to the Future?
Once, years ago.
Or Terminator?
No, not that.
Well, point is, they're both films involving time travel. Now, what would you say is the most common thing to have happen in time travel fiction?
I guess changing history.
Bang on. And we're done.
Results?
Oh no. As I thought.
What?
The TARDIS did a genetic analysis, built up a DNA profile for those things, and then undertook a regressive modelling program to try and trace their ancestral path.
So the TARDIS can see the ancestors of those reptiles?
Yes, it's traced them back about 56 million years or so.
Is that significant?
Well, did you know that by your time, the earliest known ancestor of modern humans was a small tree-dwelling mammal called Altialacius? They lived around 56 to 33 million years ago.
Doctor, where are you going with this?
You're not picking up on it yet? Oh, come on, we're talking about both humans and those creatures' ancestors from the same time period. We're still in the same time and place we were before the Chronon Storm, and I said changing history was a common trope in your time travel stories. Something I just said isn't quite true. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Are you saying those things are somehow a long-lost relative of humans or something?
Not quite. Remember I said we were talking about both species' ancestors? Well, I was lying a bit. We're talking about one species' ancestor. Just one.
I read a book series when I was younger. Time Riders, it was called. It was about a team who works to keep the time in check. In the first book, someone changes the course of World War II, and the present becomes a wasteland filled with mutated remains of the human race.
Bingo! Hold on to that idea.
No way! Actually?
100%.
You're telling me something's changed back in 56 million years ago and now humans don't exist?
Not just that, your species hasn't just been wiped from existence, you've been replaced. Meet the new human race. Right outside is a completely different 2019 to the one you know. 16 degrees hotter, civilization never began, and in its place an evolution of prehistory that never was.
Oh my god, so you mean everything I ever knew has been erased? People, houses, civilization. You're telling me friends never existed?
Friends, Only Fools and Horses, Bob Ross, all gone.
That Chronon Storm did this?
Not quite. Chronon storms on their own aren't usually this drastic. More likely, the Chronon Storm was a byproduct of a much broader time wave brought about when times changed and quickly charging into the future to affect us now.
Hold on. So, how come I'm still here? The human race never existed, so why haven't I disappeared or something?
Travelling in the TARDIS has the added bonus of a resistance to these kinds of things, but it won't last forever with a change this big. Humans do have a considerable role to play in the universe once they become spacefaring, you know.
We have to fix this, change things back.
Easier said than done.
Well, we know when about time was changed. You said 56 million years ago.
Roughly. We're talking about the entire Eocene period. That's 23 million years to search through.
There has to be a way we can narrow it down.
Well, okay, I have an idea. Fingers crossed it gets us close to the divergent point.
So, how do you know we're in the exact time period that time got changed in?
I don't know exactly, but based on the temperature of that desert we just left, I worked out that in this timeline there must have been some kind of alteration in how Earth's average temperature changed over the eons.
Didn't you say it was 16 degrees hotter or something?
Now, thereabouts.
This jungle's just as hot as that desert, I'd say.
Oh, well, that's good. This is what the climate was meant to be around this time, if I'm not mistaken. You know, global warming is pretty much the thing that made you what you are today. In the 21st century, of course, that's a huge problem because it's the worst type of global warming, rapid and during a time where the climate is already in a less than favourable state. But back now, it's what shapes the planet into what it's supposed to be.
What's that?
Oh, I think, maybe... Come on. For someone from your time, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Look, there.
Where?
About 5 feet up that tree across the clearing. See it?
Well, that little monkey. What is it, some kind of lemur?
No. Meet your ancestor, Alice. After beginning life as a single-cell organism in the ocean, evolving into fish and making the leap to walking on land and becoming lizards, surviving the rule and extinction of the dinosaurs as small mammalian rodents, this is what comes next. The Alteration.
It looks a little bit like a lemur-squirrel hybrid, doesn't it?
I guess there's some resemblance. Of sorts. This little guy will go on to evolve into primates and eventually Homo sapiens, the modern human. We've got a lot to thank these earlier ancestors for, you know?
Look, it's coming over here. They are safe, right?
I shouldn't think it could cause us any harm. If anything, I'm surprised it isn't running away given how much bigger we are. I think it likes you.
I thought it would be shy, but it's like a curious puppy, as long as he sticks to smelling my hand and not biting it.
Did it just high-five you?
I think he did. There he goes.
I don't want to spoil the touching moment, but did you notice he seemed frightened?
What, of us?
I don't think so.
What the?
I think we better do the same as our little friend and make a run for it, in that direction.
I will not argue with that. Where are we running to?
Wherever that thing can't reach us.
Wait, what's that up ahead?
I think it's a drop. We're running along a river, so it must be a waterfall.
Christ, a step further in.
It would have been a nasty fall followed by a nasty drowning in the undercurrent below.
Doctor, that thing's still coming.
Back!
Oh, Doctor! You alright?
Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying myself. I love hanging off the wet cliffs over 100-foot drops.
Hold on, I'll get you up.
Careful, that wet mud's slipperier than it looks. Nearly there.
Got you.
Okay, back from the edge.
Well, this is certainly a day to remember. My timeline gets erased, I meet my ancient ancestor and get chased off a cliff by whatever that was. What was that?
Oh, I don't know. That's the thing about prehistory, so many undiscovered species, so little time to discover them.
I think we should get back to the TARDIS. I feel safer there.
Good, because I need to dry off, and we'll figure out what to do next. There, all dry. And to think, I was considering throwing out that tangerine super dry.
You sure you don't want to leave that coat here? This forest's almost stifling.
Oh, I'll be alright. Which is more than can be said for history right now.
We've been here, what, 45 minutes, and still no closer to figure out what's happened, let alone fixing it.
If only we had some kind of evolution record of those reptiles.
How would that help?
Well, if we knew all the significant points of evolution those creatures have gone through between now and the 21st century, we could maybe have worked out what changes took place based on their adaptation.
What the hell's that?
Ah, spaceship. I think we just found our spanner in the works.
It's landing down in that valley, so aliens must have caused this time wave.
Seems likely. Let's go check it out.
Strange looking spaceship. I thought it would be metal, but it looks more like glass or crystal.
It's not a material I recognised. Definitely resembles glass of some kind.
It's like a huge flying greenhouse.
Yeah, tinted red, very stylish. can't actually see through it though.
So I'm guessing it's not actually glass.
Ah, of course not. Glass spaceship? That's ludicrous. As soon as you blasted off, the whole thing would shatter from the G-force. It must be some kind of material with a similar molecular structure to glass, but a billion times stronger.
Who do you reckon it belongs to?
No idea. I could do with finding the entrance though.
What about this?
I'm not sure.
It's an entrance.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like the intended one.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any other way in, so it's this opening or nothing.
Alright then, I'll go first. It's quite narrow. We'll have to stay single file. Not claustrophobic, are you?
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
Okay, it looks like it carries on down a passageway.
Bit dark.
Ah, not a problem. Off we go, but carefully.
Some compared with true for our nature lecture. David won't take on for our subject. It's something for our judge accordingly. Break that on our just nature, more away if true lecture.
How much longer can this tunnel be? At this rate, we'll be coming right out the other side of the ship.
Oh, we might be in luck.
Really?
Yeah, look, light.
Maybe it's a vent panel. You think we could drop down into the ship from here?
Possibly. We can just get it open. There, simple.
I know it's traditional to say ladies first and all that, but can you go down first?
If you like. Well, it seems safe enough.
Sure.
Pretty sure. Just you, me, and the corridor glowing red and green.
Alright then. Where's the coloured light coming from? The corridor's all one solid surface.
Probably some built-in luminescent substance in the structure.
Oh, well, saves on electric, I suppose.
Something tells me whoever owns this ship doesn't use electricity.
What's that noise?
I don't know. It's getting closer.
Shouldn't we run?
Oh, we won't learn anything by running off.
We also won't learn anything if we're dead. What if it's something that tries to kill us on sight?
Oh, we're about to find out.
What is that?
The owners of the ship, I'd imagine. How interesting.
It's like walking light with 6 arms. Any idea what species it is?
No. Evidently some sort of energy-based life form, but beyond that, I haven't a clue. Wonderful.
Don't get too close.
Don't worry, if you wanted to kill us, you probably would have done it by now. Well, you really are a fascinating creature, aren't you?
Doctor.
Oh, okay. Sorry, very rude of me to start ogling at you like that.
I think that means follow.
I think you're right. Lead on then.
Where's it taking us?
A command center, probably. What, you didn't think there was only one of them, did you?
What are they doing on Earth? And how'd they get into the Eocene period? Do they have time travel?
Why should they need time travel? Not all technologically advanced races have to exist at the same time. 4 billion years ago, the Jaguar came to this planet and accidentally gave it the spark it needed to create life.
I'm sorry, what?
And on the other end of the scale, there's planets out there in space that won't have advanced civilizations forming on them until the human race has long since left Earth behind. It's all a matter of perspective.
Okay, but still, why are they here? Are they just exploring, or is it there's something they're after here?
I wonder. Something changed history around this time period. I don't think whatever it is has happened yet, so...
They could be the only ones that caused the time wave.
Possibly. It does seem likely. I think we better stick around and try to find out more about them.
It's some way back at your big nature. Just not that break your look.
You're right, there's more than one of them.
Yeah, a whole 4-man squad, in fact.
Trembling back leg, got back leg. What trembling? It's some way back at your big nature. Just got leg, got it some. Just got leg, just got leg, just get leg, just got back leg. What trembling the pets some.
Is that their language?
Must be, or at least their equivalent to language.
Got wait, leg, some got wait back on some. Your day got wait, for some.
What's it doing?
It looks like it's going to use that machine.
Why did it change the colour of the lights in here?
I don't know. Shame though, I quite like the green, but yellow works too, I guess.
Hey, look,
It just said hello.
speak.
I think that machine is some kind of translation matrix. They must be trying to learn English on the fly. Yeah, hello. I'm the doctor.
I'm Alice. And who are you lot?
Us, that my room. You speak. She's.
Still got some learning to do, but they're not bad for beginners.
So they're called the Viru, and now they're asking what we are.
Sounds like it. Well, I'm a Gallifreyan and Alice is human.
Gallifreyan. Name. Recognition.
You might know them better as the Time Lords. What are you then, the Librarian?
Us, him, Time Lords.
I think he's trying to say they've heard of the Time Lords.
Yeah, gather that.
No recognition. Human.
I wonder when the fourth member of your party was going to chime up and speak.
No recognition. Human.
Yes. Well, that's why we're here, actually. You see, we travel from the future of this planet back to this time period because something's gone wrong with history. I don't know exactly what, but something in this time period is causing Earth's future to change. A whole intelligent species, humans, have been wiped from the face of history, along with most other things that would have been on Earth. And I don't like to point fingers, but I'm worried that you might have something to do with it.
No offense or anything.
Us, collect. Power.
I'm sorry, what? Power? Do you mean something else? Because power, assuming you mean energy, isn't exactly an abundant thing on this planet right now. At least not in the technological sense.
Us, collect. Power. See.
What's that he's pointing to?
I think perhaps it could be. Well, it's a storage chamber, all right.
Storing what?
Heat by the feels of it.
Us, ship. Power. Heat compound.
Carbon dioxide.
The tank's full of carbon dioxide. How can you tell?
I have a silver medal in gas identification using only olfactory senses. I can confidently identify no less than 79 different gases just by smelling them.
Okay. I'll just accept that and move on.
So let me get this straight. Your ship runs on carbon dioxide.
Us, ship. Power. Heat compound.
Carbon dioxide is a compound that traps heat, so that's a yes then. And you're here on Earth to refuel, I suppose.
Us, collect. Power to 1 minute.
What does that mean?
I think he means they're planning to collect fuel in 21 minutes. Oh, but you can't. Listen to me.
Dr. Alice Paul cell.
No, wait.
I don't think they're in the mood for listening.
Guys, please listen to me. You don't know what your refueling process will mean for this planet.
No speak. Walk.
Fine, I'll have to get through to you another way soon.
What did the head one say? Holding cell?
Think so.
That's gonna be another one to add to this then.
Oh, don't bother making the list, you'll probably end up losing count travelling with me. Okay guys, take us to the cell, chop chop.
Ready connection school.
So, do you often end up being escorted to prison cells?
Oh yes, I always say to myself if I'm not being escorted to a prison cell at least 3 times a week, then it's a quiet week.
So you must know how to get out of them once you're in there then.
Depends on the type of cell.
Cell present.
So I haven't made much progress on the language there, mate. Okay then, energy barrier for a door. That places this in tier 4 of escape difficulty.
How many tiers are there?
7, and it's in ascending scale.
You release after power collect.
Oh, that'll be too late. You need to stop and listen to what I have to say. Boy, don't just walk off when I'm trying to stop you destroying a timeline. Get back here.
I think they're gone, Doctor.
And I thought humans were arrogant.
You seem very sure that they're the ones responsible for the time wave.
No question about it.
How exactly? They want carbon dioxide, but how does that lead to the world we saw in 2019?
You up for a quick history lesson?
Might as well.
Okay, the Eocene epoch was notable for having a huge spike in the Earth's CO2 levels worldwide, which then heated the planet up considerably. This killed off a lot of the jungles, and less trees meant your ancestors had to evolve from tree-dwelling monkeys to bipedal humanoids. Some tectonic activity formed new mountains that block rainfall to parts of East Africa, which turns it into a desert. And guess what happens to the ancient humans at that time?
I don't know.
Oh come on, hairy apes living in a hot desert? What do you think happened?
Is that when we lost our hair?
Bingo. And after that you get gradually bigger brains because you walk on 2 feet instead of 4. Every other trait you have now evolves in turn, and voila, Homo sapiens.
You make 50 million years of evolution sound so simple.
Global warming made you tailless and bipedal, drought made you hairless, and a slow gain of civility made you human.
And right now, this is where that could all change.
If the Viru go ahead and steal the carbon dioxide from Earth, it'll throw the whole course of development of this planet into a frenzy. Instead of getting hot, it'll get very cold. Who knows how many other differences that'll lead to. In this timeline, there probably wasn't an ice age. Instead, there was probably another temperature spike.
Okay, I get it. How do we stop them? There's like 15 minutes left.
Got any idea how to get out of this cell?
Not at this moment in time, no. Sonic screwdriver, maybe?
Nope. Energy barrier is too advanced for the Sonic. And anyway, the control panel's on the other side.
There isn't much to work with, just us, the force field and the ship walls.
Wait, the ship's walls? The ship is made of some kind of substance with similarities to glass, remember?
Yeah, so what? They're too strong to be smashed?
I'm not thinking of smashing them. Where did I put it? Aha!
Tuning fork.
Perfect.
On 3 minutes, fuel collect. Dr. House in cell. Positivity. 2 minutes, 4 seconds, fuel collect. Absolute vacuum collector ready.
Nope.
Doctor, you must have been doing that for at least 3 minutes now. I mean, it's clearly not...
Shh.
What are you even trying to do?
Quick, out. Oh, that actually worked.
What did you do?
The chip's made of a substance that at least bears some molecular resemblance to glass, and as we know from all these instances in films where people shatter glass with high-pitched noises, certain sounds can excite the molecules of glass and glass-like lattices.
So you excited the walls of the ship?
The walls were no longer the exact same shape they had been. It confused the energy projector generating the force field, so it had to shut off for a moment to recalculate. Got to admit, I've never tried that before.
Okay, very impressive. Now onto the Viru.
Yes, don't worry, haven't forgotten. Not really sure how to go about this one, to be honest.
What do you mean? We just have to stop them from refueling and time will be corrected.
Yeah, but then what? I expect they used the last of their fuel to get here. They'll be stranded on Earth. Unless we can find an alternative way to power the ship.
How the hell are we meant to do that?
Let's find the engine room and see what can be done. Yeah, this way.
Okay, this very much looks like an engine room, I guess.
You're right. There's a storage tank I opened earlier. It must reach all the way up to the hatch on the bridge.
I suppose those tubes going from the tank to those machines are some kind of processing system.
Is that another guess?
Yeah.
I'd say the carbon dioxide is taken from the storage tank and pumped into these miniature refineries where it's converted into usable fuel material.
How much carbon dioxide do you reckon the ship would need to take off and leave Earth?
And this equipment doesn't look like it's seen any use in a long time. It's just a stab in the dark, but I'm wondering if the Viro have some kind of ultra-efficient engine system in operation. It's possible that if they filled that tank up completely, they could siphon off enough fuel to power the ship for years without needing to refill it.
Well, if they do only need a small amount to keep them going for so long, we could supply them with carbon dioxide from a different source. That way they won't have to take it from Earth.
And where are we supposed to get CO2 from?
Oh come on, you've been shooting off all these little factual tidbits this whole time. What about the respiratory system? We're basically a walking generator of carbon dioxide.
Oh, that's a good one. Why don't I think of that?
You're not the only one capable of clever ideas.
Here, breathe out into this as much as you can.
You know, when I agreed to travel with you, I expected to see alien worlds and space stuff, not breathing into pipes on a glass spaceship that isn't glass in order to prevent the world from being populated by giant lizard monsters. Why am I even saying that sentence?
There's more to travelling in the TARDIS than just sightseeing. There's also a responsibility. A responsibility to preserve history, whatever it takes. I get puffing.
10 minutes until carbon dioxide collect. Preliminary collect should begin. Preliminary collect on the way.
What's that?
Hold on. Keep puffing. According to this, the equipment's already being put into use. It must be doing some sort of test run, sucking up a smaller handful before the real one. Let's see now. Hello? Can you hear me on the bridge? Keep going, by the way. This reading here is looking promising.
I am still going.
Hello, Viro? Can you hear me up there? It'd be great if you responded, you know. Hello?
Open communications. You have escaped.
Never mind that. You have to listen to me. How long till you complete your refueling process?
9 minutes and 10 seconds.
Okay, not long then. Sounds like you've got English down to a T now, so that makes it a little easier to talk.
What are you doing in our engine bay?
Trying to find a solution to this problem. You don't understand, but if you go ahead and refuel on this planet, you'll be altering the course of history for half the universe. The carbon dioxide you intend to take is going to be vital to the development of life on this planet.
Doctor, I need a minute.
We need to refuel. Our ship cannot move without carbon dioxide compound.
Tell me, how long ago was it when you last refueled this ship?
7 years, 3 months, and 1 day.
So your propulsion system is ultra efficient. You can go years without needing to replenish it.
Yes.
Well then, I'll propose a deal. If you let us supply you with enough carbon dioxide to leave this planet, I want you to promise that you won't try to use Earth's resources for yourselves.
How much can you provide?
Let's see, well, we've already managed to bring your fuel supply up by 1.5%. If we get it to, say, 7%, how long would that fuel last?
7% fuel capacity will power the ship for approximately 3.5 months.
Ah, well there you go. Surely that's enough to see you through until the next resupply. In fact, I believe there's a hefty amount of CO2 floating around just outside the solar system not doing anything.
How will you supply the compound?
We can breathe it out. We'll exhale it directly into your refinery machine down here. Sound like a good idea?
We won't accept this compromise. Our scanners detect that there is, in fact, a large carbon dioxide compound supply at the edge of this solar system. We can reach it in 4 days with 7% fuel.
Great, thank you so much. Now, if you'd be kind enough to turn off your collection scoop thing.
Disengage connection scoop. Collection scoop disengaged. The connection has been cancelled.
Okay, give us a few minutes and we should be able to bring you up to 7% fuel capacity. Got your breath back?
I have now.
Good, we've got about another 5% to fill.
Why can't they just run this ship on something simple like electricity or grass or something?
Different planets, different ways.
Fuel capacity is now at 7.3%. Closing regulators. Doctor, the ship is now at 7.3% fuel capacity.
Finally!
Okay. Are you sure it'll be enough to get you past the outer solar system?
Yes, we will leave immediately.
Oh, well, just give us a few minutes to get clear of the ship and then we can...
We will leave immediately.
Wait. Hello? Hello? Are you joking?
They hung up on us.
Yeah. We need to get off the ship right now.
Why? Please tell me those aren't engines starting up.
Well, it's not a basey rave party now, is it?
Ship liftoff achieved. Altitude now reaching 20 feet.
They're taking off already.
They probably don't want to waste any time they have with the fuel that they've got.
Should have told them the TARDIS is, down on the ground. What are you doing?
Getting us out of here. See this floor hatch?
Yeah?
Well, work it out.
No way we're jumping out of the bottom of this ship. We're like 100 feet in the air already.
But either that or go with the Viru and run out of oxygen in a matter of minutes. The only air in this ship was vented in from outside when it landed. They don't need it, so they won't manufacture any for us.
So this is the thanks we get for helping them out. Typical.
Oh, good thing I never empty my pockets.
Is that a rope?
Yeah.
How did that fit in your pocket?
Really? That's what you're focusing on right now? Here, tie this end to those metal bars over there and make it a tight knot. Good. Now hold on tight.
I tell you, we're having a day off after this.
Couldn't agree more. Now!
Bloody hell.
Don't look down!
Oh, shut up. Are you sure this rope's long enough?
Well...
Ah! Ah! Ow!
Are you alright?
I am going to kill you.
You're down safely, aren't you?
Since you had a tuning fork and a rope in those pockets of yours, why couldn't you have a couple of parachutes too?
I can't prepare for every possible situation, you know.
Jesus Christ. Seems like the ship's already left the atmosphere.
Moves quick.
Please tell me that history's fixed now.
Well, let's go take a look, shall we? Back to the TARDIS. We'll just pop back to Cairo 2019. Fingers crossed we fix the timeline.
Oh, thank God. We did it.
Certainly looks like it. Can't see anyone with tails or fur or anything. All human as time intended.
So how did you know there'd be a load of carbon dioxide at the edge of the solar system for the Viru to use?
Oh, blast! I knew I was forgetting something.
What do you mean?
Well, when I said to the Viru that there was carbon dioxide at the edge of the solar system, there actually wasn't, but I planned on going back in time after we escaped and putting some there so they could refuel from it. So I guess I technically wasn't lying.
Oh. Okay, that's kind of clever.
What if I forget to do it, it's not? Alice, just pop down the corridor, find Workshop 2A. There should be some old car engines I got from a motor show once.
Alright.
We'll hook them up to the console, have them suspended out the doors pumping CO2 for about an hour or so. Then we'll skedaddle before the Viru turn up.
Better come and help carry them then.
I'll be there in a couple of minutes, don't worry.
Good. Scatterbrain.
I think I should start carrying around a pen and notebook, don't you?